Virgo, hello and welcome to your winter 2024 into 2025 shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the winter season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and I'm joined today by the Wild Chorus Oracle deck by Abacus Corvus. So Virgo, this reading is meant to carry you through the whole winter season. I recommend watching it at the beginning of the winter season, at the solstice, end of December, and then again midway through, like end of January, early February, so that you can really marry your lived experience of your shapeshift with the message from the cards. And on that rewatch, the reading will sound different as it resonates with your lived experience. So don't skip it. And then watch it again at the end of the season, around the end of March, mid-March, to string together the through line of how you have shifted through the winter season. All right, Virgo, here we go. How is Virgo shifting this winter? Yeah. One more, and then we'll talk. Nice. Okay. I'm just laughing because it's very prescient. So I think the big astrology for this winter for you, Virgo, is the nodes shifting from Aries Libra into Pisces Virgo. So the nodes of fate, the north and south node of the moon, are shifting into your sign and into your axis, the south node shifting into your sign specifically. And that brings eclipses into Pisces and Virgo over the next year and a half, 2 years. And during that time, it can be a time where that axis of Virgo and Pisces and those signs and people who have significant placements in those signs can get some unexpected things happening, can get this sense of like big shifts towards changes in your life. And because the nodes are involved, sometimes it can feel fated, like a big push to make a change. Specifically looking at March 14th, towards the end of this winter season, you're getting that lunar eclipse towards the end, the final degrees of Virgo. I think it's 23 Virgo. So with an eclipse in your sign, Virgo, towards the end of this winter season, we are looking at change. And we're looking at a process of like a year and a half to 2 years of changes. So yes, things can kind of happen quickly when it comes to eclipses, like in the blink of an eye. Things are different, your perspective is different, or circumstances in your life change pretty quickly, but it is a year and a half to 2 year process. So let's just look at this, look at the cards together. They're really reflecting that nodal shift. So we have sing a future not yet known, existential navigation, and then clearing right in the middle. So this is not your typical shapeshift where you're like shifting out of one form into another, because to me, singing of a future not yet known and then navigating existentially are very similar energies. We're seeing these birds that are essentially trying to move forward without knowing what comes next. The penguins have all grouped into this boat because their icy habitat is breaking up all around them, and they've got to move forward onto something else. And it's this sort of like existential climate moment that we're seeing here. Forces much larger than them are forcing the change, and they have to band together as a family, as a community, and navigate by these new existential given circumstances. So that could be an experience that is really relevant for you at this time. And because we have a future not yet known with clearing right in the middle, I mean, this is the South Node in Virgo. The South Node tends to be like the lizard losing its tail, shedding something, releasing something, something being cleared out, or there being less of it. It can be this sort of like radical simplification that can happen when you have South Node eclipses in your sign. So it's clear, Virgo, that there is a lot of unknowns that are permeating every fiber of your experience at this time. And it's not necessarily a time to add new things into your experience, but rather to focus your attention on letting go, on clearing out, on releasing, and simplifying. Because that is the magic of this spell, is to burn something all the way down, which is essentially to destroy it. And the smoke or the vapors that it emits through that burning process, through that slow burning away of something, will help to clear, cleanse, renew the space, which will then create a different way of navigating, because now you are navigating maybe without something or with less of something. And you know, this is going to be different for everybody. This could be as simple as clearing or cleansing your diet and then like navigating in this new way through the world, or as complicated as changing homes, or navigating life without a significant relationship in your experience any longer, or something like this, or like, again, branching out into new lands, moving countries, something like this. There's a loss involved in that clearing, but there's also the opportunity for a clean slate, and maybe for like a simplifying of your existence. And the message in the cards so far seems to be about leaning into the fact that the future is not yet known. Leaning into the fact that there, even with all of the timing techniques and all of the predictive astrologies that are so clear and accurate and on point, they can only give you a general idea of how the South Node shifting into your sign might create alterations or clearings in your life. They can't tell you exactly how it's going to play out. And so I guess the magic of this reading is just being open to shedding, being open to simplifying, being open to letting go without an attachment to knowing exactly what the future is going to hold or how it's going to go down. And like the leaning into the magic of clearing could be anything from, again, like simplifying your diet to going through your possessions and just doing a big cleanse and a big donation. It can be like radical simplification of your existence, where you're just like paring things down to the bare essentials, the bare minimum. It could be like a more minimalistic approach to the way that you're living, like maybe because you've decided or circumstances have conspired to make it so that you are not buying things as much, you are not adding more onto your life. That's the North Node in Pisces. This is the South Node through Virgo, which is encouraging us to use that Virgo energy to purge, to clear out, to simplify. And there's so much magic in that, which seems to be sort of like clearing the way for the future to reveal itself to you without your preconceived notions of it. There we go. I think we got there. Let the future reveal itself to you, cleansed, cleared of your preconceived notions of it. And then you will be navigating much more existentially. And the great thing is you're not alone. I mean, there's a whole community, there's a whole family here together navigating in this new way, in these new circumstances, newly sort of cleared out circumstances. And that clearing, you know, it's like we're seeing climate crisis and tragedy here, but it doesn't have to mean that for you, Virgo. Simplification and letting go and releasing and clearing doesn't always equate to difficulty and tragedy. So I just want to like put some perspective in there on that. Let's read about clearing. Clarity, readiness, and a reset. Wisps of smoke curl around this flame as though it has just been lit. We are in a moment of immediacy and readiness. This card clears away all competing questions, possibilities, and branching pathways. It focuses your energy on the here and now and on the bright thing right before you. The one bright thing. Okay, so again, like simplifying your focus into something singular. What is confusing or unnecessary is burning away as you focus on this clear signal. The time is now. Start here. Working with this card, you're encouraged to trust your instincts, be fueled by your passions, and follow your clarity of purpose. Now isn't the time to get bogged down in what ifs. Now, clearing reminds you to feel your way towards the next moment, and then the next, and then the next. So very much like radically living in the present because the future is not yet known. With confidence in what is pulling you forward. Notice how this card feels in your body and your mind. Practice protecting that feeling during situations where you may otherwise get waterlogged and let the flame go out, or try to see too far ahead, sing to a future not yet known. Trying to see too far ahead and you'll get lost in the fog. This card may speak to a path that is cleared and ready to follow right now. It can also show up as a reminder to dust your altar, clean your desk, or otherwise reset your physical and energetic space. A gasp of inspiration, a bright spark in the gloom. The time is now. Fresh eyes, clear focus, unclutter your space. Embrace clarity within the zigzagging dance of life. Beautiful. There we go. I mean, that says it all. Yeah, good Virgo. Okay, we're gonna get into it now. I've got two other decks here that I'm going to use. Isabella Rotman's This Might Hurt Tarot, and the companion deck, This Might Help. So we're gonna use these decks now to get further clarity into your reading. If this is resonating so far and you'd like to dig into the rest of it, follow me by clicking the link in the description below to the Shifting Space. This is a community where we are investigating these zodiac shift readings together over the course of the whole season. We will watch the readings together, we will track the astrology transits together in a Discord chat space, and pull cards for each other. So if that sounds like something that is supportive to this clearing experience, I hope to see you there.